Hi everyone, today I'll be reading to you an Aesop fable called Town and the Country Mouse. It is illustrated by Rowland. Okay. A little mouse who lived in a busy, bustling town was on a train to the country. He was going to visit his cousin. The town mouse was excited, as he had never been to the country before. Isn't that exciting? As I read this, I kind of want you to pay attention to what is going on in the story, and I want you to pay attention to what happens to the characters and the experiences that they go through and their experiences with others, and be able to share that with other people when I'm done reading to you. Welcome. Meanwhile, the country mouse was hard at work preparing for the town's mouse's visit. After a long journey, the town mouse arrived. The cousins greeted each other joyfully. Hello! The country mouse showed off her home in a tree trunk. It was simple, but warm and cozy. It doesn't look much like my home, the town mouse said. Once the town mouse had rested, the country mouse took him to meet the farm animals next door. They crowded around to greet him. Curious, the horse lowered his head and sniffed at the town mouse. Watch it, he cried. He wasn't sure about these new animals. That evening, the country mouse served a dinner of bread and cheese. It was not at all like the fancy meals the town mouse was used to. All night, the town mouse tossed and turned in his bed of leaves. He was used to sleeping in a much softer bed. How do you put up with this? The town mouse asked in the morning. Your food is plain and you sleep on leaves. Come to the town with me and I'll show you how to live. The country mouse was eager to see the town, so she agreed. The town mouse lived in a giant house in the middle of town. The country mouse was amazed. Inside the town, Mouse proudly showed off his home. It was very comfortable. The town mouse began a tour of the house. In the kitchen, they spotted a cat prowling around. Hide, the town mouse whispered. Shh! They scurried under a cup. Here they waited, hardly daring to breathe. At last, the cat stalked away. That was close, exclaimed the country mouse, trembling. Next, they crept into the living room. There were people there watching a bright, glowing screen. The country mouse gazed at it. She had never seen anything like it. In the playroom, there were all kinds of toys. The country mouse knocked over a tower of building blocks, which came tumbling down. Crash! They then went to the dining room. On the table, they found a delicious-looking feast. There were sandwiches and pies, cakes and cookies, everything that was good to eat. The mice helped themselves. I've never had food like this before, said the country mouse. The town mouse laughed. This is how you could eat all the time, he replied. Yummy. Suddenly the mice heard growling and scratching at the door. 2 dogs burst in, sniffing the air. The dogs began to bark, jumping up at the table. The mice scampered away in fear. Enough was enough. The country mouse said goodbye and left the town at once. Better to live simply in peace than richly in fear, she said. Goodbye. It's nice to see the difference of living in the countryside and also the difference living in the town, right? And I wondered, which place would you like to live in? Thanks for listening. I hope that you enjoy the story, and I look forward to reading to you soon.